something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drive home, game in the choco. I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See fine break night. My wrist watch is like a break light. And you make it in rain on them rain sights. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your head. Hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday. With the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh! Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drive home, game in the choco. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drive home, game in the choco.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Oh man, my quarterback hurt.
Vikings with a 1st and 10. Cousins on 1st down. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. These two teams, of course, met in the much-dissected NFC Divisional Round game a season ago, and they also met in the Monday night opener last year. And Adrian Peterson's return to Minnesota, gosh, that seems like a lifetime ago. It was actually Peterson's replacement, though, Dalvin Cook, who went for 127 yards in a 29-19 Viking victory. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins. And he finds Clark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Working out of the gun. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen.
I didn't throw that.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Oh man, I hit 2 fucking buttons, bro. God damn. I didn't throw that shit.
For this defense a week ago, 1st drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush. Terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers. And then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own end. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Now Breeze lost the football. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
This carry on is productive. He's swollen up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way. I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Here's Sherrills. A good return.
Fucking positive yards, bro.
And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And out now come the Vikings. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18.
Oh, man, bro.
30-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, man. Turn this shit off. I don't want somebody watching this shit. Oh, man.
With Charles Davis and Brandon Gott, it's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Shotgun now for Breeze. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Breeze to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And out across midfield down to the 45. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
On second down, Kamara. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Caught on the left side by Gill. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete.
So they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back on the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so.
Are you serious, bro?
Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd down, Cousins. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with a backup move. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. That was second down throw for Cousins. Going for his running back, who's got it complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Again, this is Cook. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
A first down throw for Cousins. And Rudolph has it to tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Handoff comes to Cook, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Cousins now on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now Cousins. And he fires one, but incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense.
Why, bro?
It's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them special.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you've had fan bases that wanted happy with that field goal. I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to the end of the game other than the extra point. That's it.
Early on, as they felt another one to go around. Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well. I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Line of scrimmage, again to 25, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Catches left side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. First down now, but that clock rolling. On 1st and 10, here's Green. And an incomplete pass.
Oh, my fucking God, bro.
The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up second down.
That's crazy.
Here we go. Got it.
Now, Breeze again. And that one got tipped. Got to throw everything off. It brings up third.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in, but when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Are you winning, huh? You killing them, Coach?
I'm trying to do a little something, something.
Again, it's Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end.
I try, you know what I'm saying? I try, dude. I try, buddy.
That was your record.
I don't know.
4-3?
I think it is.
And they got the extra point, and the lead is now 17.
You like 2K more than Madden.
I like them both. 2K is a little bit more
Bailey now to kick this one away.
like, I think I found my rhythm with Madden, and I think I just recently found my rhythm with 2K too. Cause I gotta find like my scheme, my offense. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just play the game, right? I try to play the
Quickly fading here in the second quarter. Not sure how aggressively, offensively
execute.
play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
1 is 6 Redskins. 1 is 5.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down.
That's just sad. My dad is a jet. That's not right. He's not trying to win them. Oh, 7-1, gosh.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right.
Yeah, ball.
And he takes it under 35 before going out of bounds.
I hate when people do that.
Going for 14
But,
on first down.
They just run with the slow QB and look at that 6-1. Rico.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
I know the Rico you were. Oh, that's yeah.
On first down, Breeze.
It's week 7. That's a pick. Dad, you should have pressed square so you could tip it up. And our teammates said,
Yeah.
they're picking.
Minnesota with a Vikings on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. We often script to start the second half, too.
Why you stop like that?
My mama ain't me. Squeeze for nothing, did it?
See if that script is a good one for them. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Excuse me, sorry. I was watching that telling the whole time.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Oh, came right there.
Again, it's Kamara. Not much.
Come on, for that, y'all.
Gets it to about the 30.
They don't call that an argument.
Goes there to Linval Joseph.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Poised to throw on 3rd and 1. Flush to his right.
Yo!
Well, the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans.
I'm about to get Alvin Kamara.
A great play there.
Oh, my God.
Oh, and the Saints are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis
Oh, man.
We know this. We know who we are. But sometimes
Can't stop
that
dropping.
winds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't
That
get the
hurts.
score. A perfect combination
Can I play?
of urgency. Yet
I'll show you how to play
relaxedness to get it done.
defense.
Lutz with the extra point, and that slices the lead down to 17-10.
Yo, Baker Mayfield, come on. Baker Mayfield.
What?
You like Baker Mayfield?
Really nice, right?
Hunter to kick it off.
He killed Joe Flacco. Lamar Jackson is right out again. I'm gonna sue the Ravens. Oh, we out.
And the decision to bring it out, a good
To the
one,
left.
as he's up a
That's
yard or
right.
two shy of the 30.
Every kick return
It's
we
the
get,
Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their
it's
first
either a
possession
touchdown
of
or we
the
fall on
second
the ball.
half.
Well,
And for
for
the
like
touchdown
good
the
yardage.
last go-around,
We'll be
obviously
correct.
hoping to do that
What
again.
us?
And when you start
Us.
plotting for
Because
this
I'm
drive,
ready. Yes, yes. For this team right here. Yeah, that team. The team. Not the B. Not the big trash. The B. Yes, sir.
because you know they'll make some
I'm gonna have a loose to burn.
First down. Here's
All
Cousins.
right. Oh, we out. Adam Thielen too good.
Target to Thielen. And he's
Where's
taken
the
down,
speed?
able to slip across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. First down. Cousins now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
They can't see me on YouTube.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
Oh, we out. Trust.
Man complete over the middle. It's Cook.
Yeah, you were scared, huh?
15 yards that time and a fresh
That's
touchdown.
what Josh does.
Good route, good pickup
Just
for
fall
first
down.
down yardage. And
No.
that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back
Runs
getting
out of bounds. That's not what Ravens play.
If you're trying to cover
Kind of like, see, this was out of bounds. I would be like Odell. He'd be like, oh, you lied. Oh, I'm like, that's a first though. That's a first.
up inside
Yep.
into the middle of the field, that's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
10 more there and another first down.
You know how Odell Beckham, when he catches the ball, he's ready to, he would hit him and then walk out.
What is it,
I don't want to do that. He did that to what's his name? Yeah, I'm doing that. Josh is good.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
He's scared.
The rookie from NC State, this is Naeem Hines.
He can't hit me. I don't fall down. What? I threw him too. I got like 5 yards after contact that second run I got. You got a bunch of yards after contact. I know. Oh yeah. I mean, we had 5 people was on nowhere. I was really tired. How did he? I'm gonna come to X. I was about to say X, but then the safety came up. I bet it's a pass. I didn't look. Bar.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a
more than me.
yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, oh we out.
You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So if you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball.
We out. Jump in. Look.
One side or the other and give him an opportunity if it breaks
Stop playing.
he can take
Go like this.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little frustration setting in the defense. You see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
It's like this.
And for the 2nd time tonight,
I didn't see
this
it.
unit comes out here. Less than an extra point attempt here.
I think it's like this. Tyler.
And barely able to knock it through.
But I think like this.
And they double up here. Score 20-10. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see
Crack back hit.
on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field.
How do y'all break tackles like that? How do they break tackles like that? It's too much animation.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time. There's still work to do.
No, you have to put you put this. But you put your left over. No, you go forward. Huh? Listen. Pause it. Alright, do that. Alright, sorry.
Now Breeze.
Crack that. Hey, look. Okay.
That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You're like this. Then when you go back to this side, you put the left over. You feel me? Huh? Yeah. So do it. Right? You go. Do it. Yes. That's the main important part. Oh, like. Put this behind. Put that there. Oh, the biggest part. No. Alright, so put the footwork to the right. Tell me.
This secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there.
Go like this. Stay right here. We go back again. Oh, if I had defense like this. Cause didn't he teach him all offense? He killed me with that movie. It wasn't even funny. Every single play, someone was open. I had to set a QB spot. Everyone goes to the flats, and then they'll go right over my flat. So, it didn't make sense. From man-to-man, they burnt me. That's what I had to do. Yes. Killed me. My team was bad. Had a lot of bad names. My team wasn't called the Ravens, bro. My team was called the Mexico Bad Mexico Bees. Black Light, Black Market. Well, at first it was the Ravens. When I played for that game,
Oh my God, throw the ball! Damn. Oh.
In there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Throw that club at his ass.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On play action, now Breeze. He'll buy some time right. And Watson has it right side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, getting different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got 0 benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Cousins on 1st down. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
Now, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And he's got room. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Did you have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Cousins now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They pitch it out to Cook. Oh, now he holds it over. He'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. To throw is Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints tried their offense out here, and last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. Throwing to start.
Come on, bro. Stop doing that.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to thank the guys on D.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They run with Cook. He's been busy today. And some space here. 12 yards there.
Touchdown.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They run again on 1st down. Cook down to about the 22 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the 4th quarter when you've got the lead, your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here this week.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it, they get it done, and they feel very good about that victory. So for Minnesota, the win